Hey guys, Brisen here. Me profiling my token deck for you guys for October 2019. It's a deck that my wife really helped me build a lot and got me to make, because I had toyed around with the idea of doing it, and it's like dirt cheap to make. So um, thought I'd make it and profile it for you guys. What I love about this, again, from my last profile, is it's got no extra deck, so I don't need to worry about what to put in it or have to spend the money on the cards. So without further ado, here we go. Play the 1 Performapal Hip Hippo. This is really just for the spell cards you play in the deck. Its effect really doesn't do anything for you. That's why you only play the 1. 3 Scapegoats. That's really cool because when you flip summon, you special summon as many Black Sheep tokens as you can. So it's really just a token generator. He can help you stall, get tokens out on board. Super cool. 3 Card Cardi. Just because honestly, you can special summon a lot of your tokens on your opponent's turn, so it really doesn't matter if you summon him and then tribute him to end, and it ends your turn. It's just a really nice way to draw cards, and it forces your opponent to use like Solemns and other things on him to stop him, and then you're free to use your tokens, your token generators. And lastly, for the monsters, I run 3 Pankratops. Just because it's a 26 beater, because you're really struggling to find like things to help get over big monsters. So he's a 26 beater, and he can contribute himself to either pop monsters or floodgates that are hindering you. So really good. The only downside is you have to control less monsters than your opponent, though. And with all your token generators, sometimes you control more, so it can kind of conflict, but it's still better just to have them. It's not from testing so far. Next, all the important cards, all the other token generators of the deck. You run the 1 Scapegoat, one of the best cards in the deck, just you can only run 1 now because of links. 3 Super Hippo Carnival, that's why you run the Performapal Hip Hippo, because when you activate this, you special summon it from your hand, deck, or graveyard, but you have to be able to special summon it. So the only sucky part is if somebody called by the graves the one that you have, but you really don't want to draw any other copies of it. It's a really bad card, honestly. You just play it for this. But this is like Scapegoat. Special summons 4 tokens and then him from the deck. And then the third best one, Hippo Carnival, just the first one. It only special summons 3 tokens. What's important to remember, these are 0 attack, 0 defense. They can't be attributed, and you can't special summon monsters from the extra deck as long as this is in the monster zone, which is really cool. There's a couple cards that these interact with where that effect actually ends up helping you out, which you'll see later. And then for one of my tech cards that I found to use, 3 Void Expansion. So a lot of people probably don't even know what this card is because nobody used it for Infernoids. But every one of your standby phase, you can special summon 1 Infernoid token. That's all that matters. All the other effects work with Infernoids, but it's got 0 attack, 0 defense. It's just a free token generator. Every standby phase, you'll get 1 token that you can use for anything that you need. And 1 Terraforming to search it out, just as a 4th copy. It's cool. That's it for the token generators. Now for consistency, I play 3 Supply Squad, because you always have monsters out that your opponent will easily run over. So whenever one of your monsters is destroyed by battle or card effect, you draw cards. So if you have multiple of these out, you'll get a whole bunch of draws. 3 United We Stand, one of the main cards of the deck. The monster equipped with it gains 800 attack and defense for each monster you control, which is really good because with the like Super Hippo Carnival, if you play all 4 of the tokens with the hippo's already got 800 attack, and then if you equip this, he'll gain 4,000 because you have 5 monsters out. Or with Scapegoat, it makes one of the tokens automatically 3,200 attack, which is super good. And if you combo it with this card, it can win you games. 3 Mini Guts. If you tribute a monster you target one your opponent controls, make its attack 0, and then if that monster gets destroyed, your opponent takes damage equal to its attack. So let's say you have the one of the Scapegoat tokens with 32, and then like your opponent has like a Blue Eyes. If you make it 0, then you attack with the 3,200. You'll deal 3,200 damage, and then they'll lose 3,000 because that was the attack of the monster originally. So that's 6,200 damage in 1 attack. Super good. And you always have monsters to tribute with your tokens. Then I have 3 Token Sunday. I don't believe this card targets, which makes it really good, but you destroy all tokens you control and then destroy cards in the field up to the number destroyed by this effect. So the most that you can do is 5, but it's like a heavy storm or like a dark hole. Like being able to destroy 5 cards is probably going to be your opponent's board. And you'll always be able to come back. Like you can activate Scapegoat and then activate Token Sunday, pop 4 cards, and then during your opponent's turn play Super Hippo Carnival and get all of them back plus a monster, which is cool. Next, for another tech card I'm playing, I play 2 creature swap. I was running 3, but it's a little slow because this doesn't win you the game. This honestly just helps you get around big monsters, and it kind of helps lock your opponent out of things, which I'll describe here in a second. With the Super Hippo Carnival and the Hippo Carnival, all those tokens, whoever controls them can't special summon monsters in the extra deck, and they can't be tributed. So if you give them your Hippo token with creature swap and take their monster, then they can't use your extra deck while it's face up on the field. So it kind of locks them out of it and lets you set up for other plays, which is super cool. It's just an extra thing that I learned looking into the effect. But all your tokens are 0 attack, so it's fine to give them whatever token you have and then take their big monster. And this doesn't target. The only crappy part too is that your opponent chooses which card to give you, so you got to be careful when you activate it. 2 Mystical Space Typhoon. You can run Twin Twisters. It's better. I just don't really... I haven't really played this in a tournament at all, so I just run the MST for spot removal. And you still run Token Sunday, which can pop anything too, so honestly, this is just extra. For a kind of like a pseudo-win condition, I play 1 Final Countdown. Just because you can stall the crap out of your opponent with this deck, having all the tokens, you can just keep special summoning them just to block your opponent out. So, just another way to win. It's just funny. That's all for the spells. I'm still debating on running a 3rd creature swap. Let me know in the comments down below what you guys think about it. And the last, for the traps, I run 2 Curse Seal the Forbidden Spell. This card's super good. When a spell card is activated, you can discard a spell, negate it, and then your opponent can't use cards with that name for the rest of the duel. So let's say, like, my best example when I thought this was really good is when people played, like, Fire Fist. They run, like, 3 tanky. If you negate their first tanky, they can't use it for the rest of the duel, which is super cool. And your whole deck's full of spells. And it's, like, really good if you play against, like, removal. Like, game 2, they'll slide in a lot of, like, MSTs and Twin Twisters, Galaxy Cyclones. You can just negate the first one, and then they can't use it for the rest of the duel. And it protects all your token generators and your field spell and stuff. So, yeah. So for the deck, guys, 40 cards, and then I have all of my tokens. Need at least 5, because you're probably not going to be giving into your opponent, but you'll need to have at least the max number for all your spaces. So, yeah, that's it. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Again, my wife helped me build this deck. I really enjoy it. It's fun to use, and I honestly think it'd be pretty good if you took it to an event. You just have to actually do it. I just don't really go out and play in as much tournaments. I'm usually busy. But I hope you guys enjoyed. Again, leave me suggestions in the comments below, and I'll see you guys later.